22:28.
The challenge begins.
Let's go. We have got to the base of Ben Nevis. It is about 7 p.m. on Saturday the 13th of June 2026, and I finished my third year of university yesterday. I've got an internship coming up in about a week's time, but I think the time between then and now is genuinely going to be one of the best weeks of my life. Tomorrow on Sunday the 14th, me and two of my mates from university are going to be heading over to Mount Snowdon in Wales, attempting to do the National Three Peaks Challenge in 24 hours. That's base of Snowdon to the top of Ben Nevis in 24 hours. I think the second video on this channel is very, very long overdue, the last one being in February. Given that this is coming at such a change point in my life and I'm going to enjoy it so much, I really wanted to document this. One more thing that slightly complicates it as well is we are setting off for Snowdon from where we go to university here in Sheffield. My car is currently also here in Sheffield, but I need it to be in the northeast of England where I actually live. So basically in the next 24 hours I need to drive my car back to the northeast of England, drop it off and then get my way back to Sheffield, which is cheapest and easiest if I drive back tomorrow morning at 5 and get the 8 o'clock train from Newcastle to Sheffield. So yeah, the next couple of days are going to be interesting. So it's 6:30 in the morning. I am here in Northumberland on the A68 and made it home safely. It is a lovely sunny morning. The house next to me in Sheffield were having a party last night, so I am rather tired. But there is just 5 minutes now until I am home. Without further ado, I got myself to Central Station and got on my train straight down to Sheffield. Right, I've had a grand total of 3 hours sleep. We're in Sheffield city centre, so this is officially the worst part of the driving. Yeah, we are off to Snowdon. We crossed the Peak District and after passing by Manchester Airport, we left England via Cheshire and headed into North Wales. Despite its terrible association with Sunderland Football Club, we hyped ourselves up with Republic as ready to go. And once firmly in North Wales, we were greeted with a lovely sunset over the Irish Sea. Right, we are 5 minutes away from Snowdon. Yeah? We're going to get this walk out the way. Hopefully charge us up for the drive up to Cumbria at 2 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Shall we do an advert?
Not product placement, but yeah, these are going to come in very handy. These are going to come in very handy. Hello Cameron, welcome to the YouTube channel. Hello Kyle, thank you for driving so safely. Made it to the base of Snowdon. Long 24 hours ahead of us, but I'm looking forward to it. Now, standing here on this hazy summer's evening at the bottom of Snowdon, it was our intention just to get from the base of Snowdon to the top of Ben Nevis in 24 hours. We thought base to base far too ambitious, so we set off to do just that.
22:28.
22:28.
The challenge begins.
The pig track lies ahead. Let's go. So yeah, 24 hours time. Monday the 15th of June, we will hopefully be at the top of Ben Nevis. You can see down the valley way out literally onto the Irish Sea. This is amazing. Situation update, we're about halfway up Snowdon. We've just got the massive steep incline to do now, but it's going well. Almost at the top. There's the summit of Mount Snowdon. 1 hour 38. We've done it.
Go on, Carl, mate.
And obviously, you know, if we were doing this in the middle of the day, we would stop, celebrate, have some sandwiches at the top, but we headed immediately back down because of the time constraints.
Last 500 metres of Snowdon, we've done it in, what, 3.5 hours? We were expecting 4, so we're really not too upset with progress so far. Just turning 2 o'clock.
Cracking effort, hold on,
Base of Snowdon, 3.5 hours, completed it, mate.
So, as you can see, I was actually talking at this point, but Cameron, who was laid across the back seats, can only sleep if 2010's White Girl music is blaring from his car radio, so I've had to do a voiceover instead. Basically, despite feeling quite tired, I drove us safely all the way to Scafell Pike, at which we arrived at 6 AM.
We have made it to Wasdale by Wastwater in Cumbria. We're about to climb Scafell Pike. Thinking because of the daylight and the fact that I've got dry shoes on now, it's going to be a lot more pleasant than Snowdon.
I couldn't have been more wrong. This was very hard.
This is really starting to get quite hard. Scafell's the steepest one, isn't it?
By far.
By far.
The daylight did bring much better visibility, but unfortunately it also brought the June heat, so I had to derobe by 7 AM.
Situation update, we are approaching the top of Scafell Pike. We've got a pretty nice view there. That is pretty much the whole of the Lake District. Whole of the Lake District in that direction. Irish Sea in that direction. You can see for miles and miles and miles. That there, highest point in England. Look at our our surroundings.
What should have taken us 12.5 hours had taken us just over 10, so as we stood at the highest point in England, we did actually start to consider that we might get the Three Peaks Challenge done base to base in 24 hours.
Situation update. We're sick of walking down Scree, all our legs hurt, so we found a nice grassy path to walk back down Scafell Pike on.
We headed back down Scafell Pike with gorgeous scenery in every direction, whether that be of the Irish Sea ahead of us, Scafell Pike to our left, or the Lake District to our right. At this point, however, my driving was over, and I just remember distinctly this weird feeling of like anxiety and tiredness all just kicking in at once, having got the difficult part out of the way. I suppose at this point I had been awake for 28, 30 hours, if not more.
How are we feeling, guys? Opinions on Scafell?
Legs are quite sore, but it's beautiful.
This is one of the steepest ascents and one of the steepest descents, but we're almost at the bottom.
We of course made it to the bottom of Scafell Pike, got back to the car where Cam had bought 6 serene malt loaves, 2 for each of us, so we tucked into them.
We're just coming into Carlisle now, and we're going to be heading into Scotland after that. People were saying there's snow at the top of Ben Nevis, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
We'll see what Scotland's got in store for us then.
So we left Cumbria, got ourselves onto the M6 northbound, stopped off for some sandwiches in Carlisle, and then we headed into Scotland. And at this point, the tiredness was really kicking in, as demonstrated beautifully by the next clip.
Making good progress towards Glasgow. We are going to be we're going to be in Scotland very soon. Well, no, we're already in Scotland.
Yeah.
The 24 hours awake is kicking in now. What I meant to say was
20 hours and 40 minutes for me at the minute.
What I meant to say was, it's 17 miles away from Glasgow. Yeah, I meant to say that. And we're going to be in the Scottish Highlands soon. We're going to be at Ben Nevis soon. Yes. We might get this done in 24 hours. Situation update. We are just passing Loch Lomond. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's actually so nice.
Absolutely. We are going mental, aren't we? Like, would you...
Absolutely. Like, I can't even, there's no words for it.
We are so close to the end of this challenge though. It's been great. It's been one of the toughest things I've ever done.
Oh, my.
I'll be honest.
I thought it were over earlier when that road closed.
Just after we got round Loch Lomond, Kyle woke up, so I took the chance to swap seats with him and get some sleep in the back of the car. I woke up when we were about half an hour away from Ben Nevis. And let me tell you, this was the part of the challenge where it started to get properly scenic.
All feeling energised?
Oh, yeah.
Base of Ben Nevis. Get this out of the way hopefully in under 5 hours, and then we'll have completed the whole thing in 24.
We'd conquered Snowdon, we'd conquered Scafell, and now it was time to conquer not only the highest mountain in Scotland, but the highest mountain in Great Britain as a whole. And I was so determined to do so, I didn't even get my camera out to record anything until we were at 1,100 metres.
What are we now? 1,100 metres?
Give or take.
Yeah. I think tongue fast sticks needed, because this is actually like physically exhausting. Snow. Someone up there. 1,200 metres, and we are going to start layering up because we are approaching the snow-covered summit of Ben Nevis. It's the middle of June and that is the path. That guy at the top of Scafell, oh, you won't need crampons, just a thin layer of snow. Wow. Yeah. We are at 1,300 metres. 45 metres to go. Climbed Scafell Pike in 2.5 hours. 15th of June, but it is unbelievably cold. Look at all that fog. Cam, of course, has got here slightly ahead of me. But this is the summit of Ben Nevis. Right, we've summited in 2 hours 35. We need to get back down in 2 hours 45. So I reckon we can do this in 24 hours.
At this point, the physical strain, the mental exhaustion was absolutely unbearable. 2 hours 45 might not sound like a long time to get down a mountain, but towards the end, Cam's knee gave out, so we were really worried we wouldn't do it. However,
there's the base of Ben Nevis there.
3, 2, 1.
We have got to the base of Ben Nevis. 23 hours, 49 minutes and 22 seconds. We started at 22:28
last night and it is now 22:18.
Yeah, I'll be honest, at this point, this was when the cameras got switched off that evening. Having been focusing on recording every step of the journey over the last 24 hours, it probably sounds ridiculous to an outside ear, because it's only mountains in the UK. Right, it can't be that bad. We were done. We were absolutely done. We'd had 4 exams the previous week, and we'd gone straight from those exams to effectively walking 20 miles with 3,000 metres of elevation involved, and about 1,000 miles of driving shared between us. When I tell you I was just gone, I'd lost it at the bottom, as had Cam and Kyle. We got back to the Nevis campsite and we put the tents up, got pecked to death by midges, and we went straight to sleep.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning. That was the first time I've properly slept in days, and I cannot move my legs. I could have probably slept for 10 more hours after that, but I had to be home to start my Hebrides camping trip the very next day. So I got a healthy breakfast of Monster Energy black coffee and biscuits down us. Then I drove us south through the Scottish Highlands, past Edinburgh, and across the English border into Northumberland.
And yeah, that's that. Enough said. Thanks for watching. See you very soon in the next video documenting the camping trip around the Hebrides.